guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what is in my camera bags. So as you can see, I have two bags, so let's get right into it. So the company that I got these from is called TOG Ldn. They're vegan leather bags, and when I was looking for a camera bag recently, I was looking for one, a vegan bag, obviously, because I'm vegan, and two, a bag that I know was going to last me a long time. My last camera bag, the last shoot that I did actually, my camera bag, I was like, picked my camera bag up with everything in it and the strap broke. So, you know, I had been putting off getting a new camera bag for months, and I was like, you know what, all right, now I have to get a new bag. So that's what I did, and I got two. So I had been eyeing this company for a while on my Instagram, and you know, I just love their products. They have a black version of this and kind of a like rust orange, kind of similar to this, a little bit lighter than this flower pot right here, but nonetheless they had three different colors and I absolutely loved them. So when my camera bag broke, I was like, all right, like it's like, girl, like you can't put this off anymore, because now I couldn't even hold my camera bag. So all right, so let's start with the little one. So the little one is the one that I take with me to pretty much all of my shoots. Well, all of my shoots that I've done recently. It doesn't hold too much, but it holds just enough. And the reason why I got two is because I knew that I wasn't going to need a large bag for every single shoot. I didn't want to bring a gigantic backpack for every single shoot. You know, I'll probably be using this for weddings. I do have a shoot coming up on Thursday. So I probably will be bringing this just because I need to bring a little bit more stuff with me. But this is just for my camera, a lens, and some extra stuff. One of the things that I like about TOG Ldn is they actually have two different things. I'll get into the second one in a second, but the first thing is this planner, and it's a photography specific planner. It's absolutely gorgeous. Same, you know, leather, just like, you know, the bags. It has spots for a bunch of different business cards. I have my new business cards down here. It has a little zip pouch here. You know, you could probably put like, you know, money in here if, you know, you get paid, you know, the day of or whatever. Has a little like magnetic bookmark here. But one of the things I thought was really freaking cool is the fact that it has like, you know, a 2020 monthly overview, like it goes by month. And it has like a weekly planner section. Obviously I'm not doing shoots like every single week, so I don't necessarily really need to use this right now. I have put off using it just because I kind of want to save it for when I actually do, you know, start doing shoots like consistently. Like back in like the last 2 months I was doing shoots pretty consistently, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, okay, like I need a planner. Like, it was just something I just put in my phone and, you know, went on about my business. So it has like a weekly to do, weekly editing. Kind of skip through that. The weekly planner section, more weekly to-dos and weekly editing. The next section is my supplier list. So for instance, if, oh, hold on, sorry. There's client information on this page, shoot checklist on this page, you know, for the client information has name, date, number, social, you know, shoot date, invoice number, deposit, fee amount, key stages. For the shoot checklist, it has shoot preparation equipment, shoot type, location, payment type, other contacts, journey time, mileage, which is nice because if you're like me and you live in upstate New York, you need a car pretty much everywhere you go. So when I live in the city, it's a little bit different. But the fact that I do live in upstate New York, I need a car everywhere I go. So I do charge people mileage depending upon how far it is. If it's, you know, over like 10 miles, then I'm like, all right, like, you know. The next section is wedding shoots. I've only done one wedding. I was supposed to do 2 weddings this year. One got canceled and the other one was like really spontaneous. But so I only shot 1 wedding, but you know, this one has the information for wedding shoots, the timeline for the wedding, which is really good. So you can kind of keep track of what's happening when, you know, wedding details, wedding questionnaire, and stuff like that. And then this next section is for like social media. It's a social media calendar, social media planning, which is really cool. And then in the last section, it's just like a notebook section. And then in the back, it has a pouch for receipts and things like that. A guy just drove down the street on a dirt bike doing a wheelie. I am so sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna fix this. Hold on. Move that. Okay. So yeah. And then it has a little thing for a pen, and that's it. I wish this is something that's like really like small and nitpicky, but I really wish that these little pull tabs were gold, just like the ones in the bag. This and the one on the next thing that I'm about to show you are both silver, and it just drives me nuts. I'm like, why couldn't everything have matched? You know, but it's okay. That's just me being like nitpicky. So the next thing is, I can open this up. Then we'll get into what's actually in these bags in a second. So the next thing that I really like is this card wallet, and it holds a bunch of different SIM cards. It has spots for, you know, like business cards, SIM cards, CF cards, and then in the back it has a little zip pouch, and then like a little pouch where you can stick stuff in. I love this, and I'm so glad I bought this because of the fact that I used to carry my SIM cards in like this little like pink container, and they were just like jumbling around in there. Like yeah, that was not smart at all. But I have this now, and I can keep all my SIM cards safe and all my CF cards safe. So get you one of these, especially. The only thing I don't have out of this set is the water bottle, and I wish that I had gotten it just because the last 2 shoots that I did were in 90-degree weather and they were both outside. So it would have been nice to have a, you know, water bottle that specifically went in, you know, the pocket on the side of this. But I'll probably just get that like one day. I don't know. So to start out with this little bag, I'm gonna use this to prop this up so it doesn't fall. But to start out with this little bag, one of the things that I love, let's it back up for a second. One of the things I love about it is, even though it's tiny, it's very mighty. It has so many different pockets, and I actually was looking through it and I found more pockets the other day. So there's a pocket on the front, and they're brand new, so they're kind of like hard to, you know, open and close, but it's a pocket on the front. It kind of goes 3/4 of the way down. Also, there's a pocket on the back, and I like the fact that there's a pocket on the back because you know, you can keep your wallet and things like that in here, you know, things that you don't want people messing with. I didn't even realize this pocket was here until yesterday, and I've had this bag for maybe 2 or 3 months now. So there's a little pocket right here, the logo right here, and then there's a pocket that goes down the bottom of the bag, and then there's a pocket in the front of that. There's 2 like pen holder like sections here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but and then there's another pocket like up against here. So there's like 4 pockets in there. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. So 4 pockets in that one spot, which I was kind of shocked about. And there's also the same thing on the big bag. This doesn't have any side pockets, but that's okay. I don't really need side pockets on this one, but the contents of this smaller bag is generally just my Canon 5D Mark IV. That's my camera that I've been using. My boyfriend just bought me that camera, so it's pretty much only the only thing that I've been using, you know, so far. I still have my Canon 70D, and that is kind of used as a backup camera, you know, in case this, you know, something happens to it in the, you know, very unfortunate event. I pray that that never happens. I mean, it's brand new, so I don't think anything's gonna happen anytime soon. But I also have my Sigma 35mm 1.4 lens. This is my go-to lens. I actually first used this back in November on a shoot that I did for a friend, and I was using my Canon 70D at the time because I didn't have my 5D Mark IV, and I used this lens and I was just like, oh my god, I love this, I need to buy it. I actually, when I first used it, it was from Lens Rentals, and Lens Rentals is amazing. They have amazing customer service. They're super sweet. And you know, if you ever have a problem, they get things done like straight away. It's not like you're waiting for a million years for a phone call or an email back. They're pretty like on it. But I use my, you know, my Canon 70D with the Sigma 35 1.4 lens, and I was just like, this is it. So I've been hating my 70D for a while just because it's a crop sensor and it was just pissing me off, and I couldn't do the things I need to do with it. And then, you know, my boyfriend bought me that, and then I was like, okay, the first lens that I'm buying, I have to get the, you know, the Sigma Art 35mm 1.4. And that's pretty much all I use. The only other lens that I have right now that fits my 5D Mark IV is my 50mm 1.8, and I'm not a huge fan of the 50mm lenses. I know most people are like, oh, the 50mm oh, the 50mm is great, it's a perfect like starter camera, blah blah blah. But to be completely and totally 1000% honest, I would always say, if you're gonna start out, get the 35mm 1.4. You're gonna save yourself so much time and headache. I do plan on getting the 50 1.2, but that's not anytime soon. That's a really, really expensive lens, and you know, I don't really need it. So I think the next lens that I'm honestly gonna get is the Canon 24-70 2.8 lens, because I used that on the maternity shoot that I did back in June, I believe, and that one was amazing. That lens plus the 5D Mark IV is so heavy though. Like, that's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you have a full frame camera, that you're paying for all, you know, that glass and stuff that you're using inside of the camera and in the lenses themselves. If you're getting L series lenses, like, they're going to be expensive and they're going to be heavy because you're paying for that super thick glass, that super crystal clear glass that, you know, makes everything super crispy and sharp and like just satisfying. But you know, my arms did hurt for 2 weeks after that shoot, but it was worth it. I got some amazing shots, but I think that's gonna be the next lens that I get. Probably after that would be the 85, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I might rent that first. The next thing that I always have in my camera bag is an extra charger and extra batteries. So I have a total of 3 Canon batteries. I don't know how I got this third one. I think my dad might have bought me like an extra battery when he bought me my 70D, but I don't know where this third battery came from. But hey, it helps. I kind of want to get a couple more, but I always have an extra charger and in both of the bags. So I have one in here and one in there. The next thing I keep in here is, well, this is a little remote. I don't really use this because I need a new battery for it. Another thing that I keep, this is random, but I always have a scrunchie, always have tissues, and I always have chapstick. You never know when you're gonna need either of those things. So yeah, that's what's in this bag. So the SD card case goes in here actually, and then I also do have a portable charger that stays in here, but my phone's actually plugged into it, so it's recording, so it doesn't die. But that also stays in here, so I have one in here and one in here. And that's just for if I need to charge my phone or you know, something happens, I always have, you know, something to charge my phone with. So yeah, so I'm gonna stick these back in here. Oh, sorry, the next thing that I always keep in or bring with me, or have been trying to bring with me, is a film camera. So I just got this camera. It's a point and shoot. It's a Vivitar ZM50R, and it's a point and shoot film camera. I haven't used this one yet, but I do want to use it, you know, within the next couple of weeks. I didn't put any film in it just because I wasn't sure when I was going to go down to the city and shoot. I am going Thursday, so I'm going to put some film in this and then bring it on with me. So this stays in here. The other film cameras that I tried to bring with me, one second, are, oops, I didn't put them there. A Polaroid camera. I just got this camera last week. I have 2 Polaroid cameras now, but kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear it charging up, but I have 2 Polaroid cameras. This is the Polaroid One Step. The shoot that I'm doing on Thursday, actually, like this coming Thursday, I'm going to be shooting some of the shots on a Polaroid camera, just because the client wants some like film-ish shoots, but they need them by the 16th of September. So I was going to do, you know, with my regular film camera, but you know, the processing time is going to take way too long. I'm not going to be able to get them processed and scanned and stuff. So I'm just going to do the Polaroids, and yeah, which is fun. And then my other camera that sometimes, just lay down. The other camera that I bring with me sometimes is my Canon AE1. I'm gonna pull it out of here. And that's this film camera. I haven't really used it that much. There is film in it, and I have been wanting to get out and shoot with it, but there aren't really any like film developers up where I live. I could do it myself, but I don't really trust myself yet with doing it. I kind of want to just like take a roll of film and like do some like practice shots and then develop that instead of like doing some, you know, personal shots or professional shots with this, and then practicing developing them and then just screwing them up. So I'm gonna eventually get a kit to develop my own film, but I do have someone that I'm going to be sending the film to down in Brooklyn, so yeah, I'm not doing that anytime soon. So I'm just gonna stick this back in here, stick that over there, move that. And I know this kind of seems like a lot, but it really isn't. I just kind of try to keep it like really like simple when I go on to shoots. Depending upon the shoot, I do bring different things. So if I'm doing, you know, a portrait shoot, I might bring some different lenses. I might rent lenses. If I'm doing a product photography shoot, sometimes I'll bring different fabrics. Like this is a marble print fabric. I do have some black fabric and some white fabric that I bring. So, you know, to kind of have different backdrops and stuff like that, depending upon where you are. But yeah, so here's the big bag. The big bag is a little bit different. It does have a side pocket, and it does have straps where you can attach your tripod to it. My tripod is really big and it's a really heavy. It's a Sunpak Video Pro M4. I'm like reading the tripod's over there. I'm like reading the kind of tripod it is. Sunpak Video Pro M4 tripod. It's a really expensive tripod. It's not okay. Like, I would like to know why. Like, why are we doing this? Can I just film, please? Anyways, so that tripod's pretty expensive. It's very heavy duty. I haven't had, you know, a heavy duty tripod like this, except for the tripod for my grandfather's film camera that my dad has. I'm like trying to get him to give it to me. So we'll see how that goes. He doesn't use it, but I've been like itching to like take it. I think that'd be really cool to use. It's a solid metal one. It's not one of those like flimsy aluminum ones. It's like a really old like vintage one. So I'm like really want it. So we'll see if he lets me do it, you know, if he lets me take it. But the difference in the two bags is the straps and the pockets on this side, and the fact that this one has a pocket where you can, you know, just zip it open and then just pull your camera out that way. I personally don't like doing that. But we shall see. It also has the same zip pocket on the back with the same 4 pockets. So I'm gonna open this up, same pocket on the front. It's hard to open. So this one has a larger zip pouch on the top. And what does it have in here? Some lens cleaning wipes are in there. It has the 2 pockets here. I generally put like little pouches for my filters and stuff kind of go down here sometimes, depending upon what they are, or like lens caps will go in these. The next thing that I have in here, I'm gonna flip this up. I like this one because this one has way more like dividers in this than the small one. Obviously it's bigger. But what I have in the top is the portable charger that I was telling you about. This one's pink. I have HDMI cords to hook up to a computer if I'm at a studio. Another battery and charger. Is there anything else in here? And then these are some filters for my 50mm 1.8 or 1.4. I think I have a 1.8. Yeah, so that's what I have in this bag. And granted, you know, if, for instance, like on Thursday when I go on that shoot, this bag will be full with stuff. You know, I'm probably gonna bring even more stuff than I would normally bring, just because it is a shoot that's, you know, down in the city. So it's not like I can, you know, if I'm on my way somewhere and I forget something, I can't run back home and grab something. I'm like, if I don't have it, then I'm kind of SOL at that point. So that's what I have in here. The way this is kind of set up is kind of odd. Like this is like, obviously there's something in here, so it's like weighing it down, but this is what it usually looks like. Then I can always like reposition these and stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna pack this back up. If you guys have any questions or want any links to any of the stuff that I have or that you've seen, I will link everything down below. But you know, if you have any questions on, you know, why I pack certain things other than what I said in the video, then definitely comment down below and I can tell you about it. Or if you have any questions on, you know, what kind of camera bag you should look for, or what kind of camera you should look for, you know, if you're just starting out and stuff like that, then I will definitely help you. I'm always in the mood to help people grow and advance in their creative careers. So if I have some knowledge that, you know, you need and I can share, then I'm 9 times out of 10 going to give you that information, you know, for free. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.